This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Our goal with our videos is to empower you to be able to do the repairs on your own and save a whole lot of money and also get that great feeling of having fixed it by yourself. Today we'll be figuring out why this Frigidaire gas dryer won't heat. There's a couple things you can check and some replacement parts, but they're pretty cheap. And this is a pretty easy procedure. So this is what the Frigidaire Gallery gas dryer looks like. Sometimes it's under the badge of GE, but they're actually the same dryer. So we're going to make sure it's unplugged. We're going to use a paint scraper to push in on these two clips, and then the top just hinges up. Hopefully you have enough room where you can just hinge it back. And next we want to remove the front panel. So we're going to disconnect this electrical connector here. This is bringing power to the front panel. And we're going to get in here with a Phillips head screwdriver and remove two Phillips head screws. They're down about 3 inches from the top on the right and left hand side on the inside. So remove those two screws, and then you should be able to grab the front panel and pull it towards you. It is being held in by a couple little spring clamps, so you have to give it a pretty big yank. It'll come out from the top and hinge towards you, and then you can lift off the bottom clips to get the front panel up and out of the way. So I'm pulling it toward me, came loose. I'm going to lift it up a little bit to get it off the bottom clips, and then I'll just get that off to the side. Next I want to remove the tumbler, and to do that I have to reach in on the right side and left side, and I'm going to grab the idler wheel and move it to the side a little bit to take pressure off of the belt. And then I can pull it off of the smaller motor pulley. Now that the belt's off, I can push up from underneath the tumbler to get it to release from the rear bearing. I have to push up pretty hard. And once I've done that, I can pull the tumbler out toward me. Just be careful, because if it's up stacked, it's pretty heavy, and you got to make sure you support it well. So it's just being held in by a little plastic cup in the back, and you pushing it up releases that cup and you can pull it out. So I'm checking the igniter here. This is one of the common reasons that you won't get heat. The igniter fails, but when I do this continuity reading, I am getting continuity, which means that the igniter probably is still okay. As long as the electrons can flow through, that's good. Sometimes when they get weak though, they won't glow bright enough to allow the dryer to start. So pretty cheap, might be a good time to replace it. This is probably the second most common reason you don't get heat, is due to a bad igniter. Most common though that we see is the gas valves that we're going to show here in a second. So the gas valves are pretty easy to replace. We just pulled off their modular connectors. We took out two Phillips head screws. A little bracket comes off. Here's a link for getting the primary and secondary gas coils, and they're actually pretty cheap, easy to put on. And to put these on, you actually don't have to remove the tumbler, but just wanted to remove it so I could show you some of the other things that may be causing a no heat situation. If these gas coils fail, they can't create a flame, and replacing them will give you a much stronger flame that lasts between 2 to 3 minutes. So here's a link to get the new gas valves, our new gas coils, and they're easy to put in. Just put them back on the stem. The skinny one goes away from you and the fatter one goes towards you. The fatter one, you want to have the little electric terminals down at the bottom, and the skinny one, you want the terminals up at the top. So we got the connectors back onto the coils. We're testing the flame sensor, and the flame sensor, you just want to get continuity. If you get no continuity, then it'd be good to replace. These are very seldomly the cause of a no heat situation. It can cause it, but more than likely it's either the igniter or it's the primary and secondary gas coils. So I'm also checking back here. This is the high limit. If it gets too hot, this can blow, and that can also cause a no heat. This is the thermostat, which hardly ever causes a no heat situation, but this one can. Is what the high limit looks like. Kind of expensive, so you want to check all these things, and you do need a multi-tester to make sure you can test for continuity to really get an accurate result. So those are the gas coils. I'm going to go ahead and reconnect or just show you how you can remove the igniter too. On this model, there's no screw to remove. You just actually grab the spring clip and you're going to pull it towards you and the igniter comes right off. Really easy. On other models, you have to remove one screw to get it out. So we got the new igniter in position. We're going to push the spring clamp back in. I'm going to pull the top of it toward me until it clicks. And then I'll go ahead and just reconnect its wires, its modular connector. And what I found out with this model, that everything checked out fine except for the primary and secondary gas coils. So that's really what solved our no heat problem. So we're putting the tumbler back in. We're going to push it into the unit and then going to get it all the way to the back. And we're going to lift it a little bit in the back so it can sit down into that plastic cup. Then I want to confirm that it's in the plastic cup by turning it a little bit to make sure that it can pivot on that rear bearing. So it looks good. Now I'll go ahead and pull the belt back over where it was previously. You can kind of see a mark on the tumbler. And then I'll reach in on the right and left hand side here underneath, and I'm going to pull the idler wheel to the side so that I can then fold the belt over it and then get the belt to loop over the smaller wheel, which is for the motor pulley. Then I want to make sure that I can turn it and that the belt won't fall off before I do reassembly. So now I'm going to put the front panel back on its bottom clips. And then I'm going to get up high so I can see what I'm doing. Bring my Phillips screwdriver with me. And I'm going to lift up on the tumbler a little bit so the front of it can go back onto the felt front bearing. And then I'll push in the front panel so the clips lock in. And then I'll go ahead and reconnect this power connector. Still have it unplugged though. And then I'm going to put the two Phillips head screws back in that hold the front panel on. There's one on the upper right, upper left. They're about 3 inches down. And you want to just take your time here so you don't drop the screw, because it would be hard to get it back out. You'd have to take the front panel back off. So just take your time, make sure you get it started correctly, and then you want to get it tight. So if you have a no heat situation with this model, the most likely cause is the primary and secondary gas coil. Second would be the igniter. Another thing to check is the high limit, which is up here near the top and the back on the right hand side. You check it for continuity. So this started to back up, heated up really good, and that did solve the problem. Got this running good again. These are great dryers, last a long time. So hope this has helped you and gets your dryer going again too. So thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe to our channel when you get a chance, and we'll send you some more videos. Thanks again.